Anchors of Queer News Tonight, and this evening we discuss the queer headlines. Grammy-winning pop star Chappell Roan and her nonprofit, the Midwest Princess Project, have announced the Super Graphic Spectacular, a two-day benefit concert at the Shrine in Los Angeles this October. The event will bring together musicians, drag performers, comedians, and advocates to raise funds directly supporting trans youth and LGBTQ+ community programs.
A busy day at Hunters, inside and out. The community comes together for two important causes.
Booking.com is expanding its Travel Proud initiative, a free hospitality training program designed to help hotels and vacation rentals provide welcoming environments for LGBTQ+ travelers, with industry research showing that over half of queer travelers face discrimination on trips. The platform now features more than 150,000 certified properties worldwide.
Democratic Senate candidate Seth Moulton issues an apology to the trans community during a debate where he acknowledged the heavy backlash from comments about the party's stance on trans student athletes.
Following her decisive Democratic primary victory, Councilmember Janeese Lewis-George is widely expected to win the DC's November general election for mayor. LGBTQ advocates and local community leaders express optimism over her strong civil rights platform, while noting they will closely monitor her transition plans and municipal budget priorities once in office. All this important LGBTQ+ news and a whole lot more this evening on Queer News Tonight. Welcome to Queer News Tonight. This is the world's first and only LGBTQ daily news television show, broadcasting live and available on demand on your favorite streaming channels.
Analytics company vidIQ has certified the Queer News Tonight YouTube channel as the world's most popular LGBTQ+ streaming news show. Our queer stories have reached more than 13 million views.
We are proud that Queer News Tonight has more YouTube subscribers than any other LGBTQ brand in Florida. We thank you for watching and supporting our voice in our rainbow family. There is no other news program in the LGBTQ world like Queer News Tonight.
That's right, Edward. It is Monday, August 10th, 2026, and your girl's back. Yes.
Yay!
Yes! We are literally live and out of the closet and into the headlines. So many of your important stories we will tell this evening on Queer News Tonight.
You're watching Queer News Tonight, the world's first daily LGBTQ evening news show.
Welcome to the world's most important LGBTQ evening news show. Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, is a nonprofit 501c3 media company in the same model as PBS and NPR, but created for the LGBTQ+ community. I'm FayWhat, and let's queer up entertainment. Chappell Roan announces two-day super graphic benefit for trans youth. The pop star and her nonprofit organization, the Midwest Princess Project, have officially announced a major two-day fundraising event called the Super Graphic Spectacular, scheduled for October 21st and 22nd at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. The event is designed to celebrate queer joy, visibility, and community advocacy. The two-night lineup will feature headlining performances by Roan, along with guest appearances from drag performers, comedians, and civil rights advocates. Organizers say every dollar raised will directly support nonprofit initiatives providing care, connection, and essential resources for trans youth and LGBTQ+ communities nationwide. The October fundraiser also marks the one-year anniversary of the Midwest Princess Project, which has already raised more than $800,000 for LGBTQ+ programs. And the second that I saw this, I liked her organization on all social media. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just because I was like, yes, they're doing amazing things, you know? And this is what using your platform looks like. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Chappell Roan isn't just waving a rainbow flag when it's convenient. She's putting money and muscle behind our community at a time when trans kids are being used as political punching bags. Creating joy for them is an act of resistance. More of this, more of this, more of this.
Yeah, I am become such a huge fan of Chappell Roan. You know, I was introduced to her maybe about a few years ago. My boyfriend Andrew was showing me some videos before she became famous, and I remember her, just playing the guitar on the street, and just, for maybe like 18, 17 years old doing that.
Wow.
And I thought, so authentic and so herself, and singing that Pink Pony Club just to a guitar, and I thought, wow, this is so great. And she's just like you said, she's using her platform just to, really amplify the LGBTQ plus community and using her star power for good. And that's what we really want from the young people that are coming up in, the LGBTQ plus community, especially artists.
And I want to go to this.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from it, I also want to go. I mean, come on, Chappell Roan has some really cool friends. I can only imagine which queen she's going to use, etc. John, what do you think about that?
Well, the Shrine Auditorium is a great place.
That's what you're talking about?
I bet. Well, just saying, you talked about you wanted
It's
to go
got a
to
lot
the
of
show.
parking.
And I'm like, no, nothing in LA has good parking. Nothing in LA has good parking. You know this. But I'm just saying it's a great venue for a show. I think it fosters the kind of somewhat more intimate atmosphere, so it's going to be great. I just hope she sings Pink Pony Club. What? I do. Pink Pony Club.
Oh, God.
I'm going to keep on dancing.
So, folks at home, please understand that we have just opened auditions for the Gay Men's Chorus in South Florida. And because of this, John now thinks that his audition is this whole show. So please excuse it, viewers. I apologize. It might be back.
And that song was actually 2 years ago that we did. So we're not doing another rendition of Pink Pony Club, unfortunately, this year. But maybe we bring back another Dazzling Diva.
Hey, everyone. I'm John Hayden, and let's queer up gay culture. Over-the-top drag shows and big chorus numbers. They're two pillars of our culture, and both were celebrated over the weekend. People left with clean cars and full hearts. Check it out.
Hey everybody, John Hayden, Outside Hunters, the place to be this afternoon, where over there, people are soaping up, and inside the bar, people are singing out. Hey, I got you, babe.
A summer sing-along inside Hunters, raising money for the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida. Fab Queen and chorus member Phoenix and Dora leading the party.
Like, it's 6 months between performances, right? So we got to keep everybody reminding them that, hey, we're here.
Yeah, it's usually about 3 months for performances, but right now we're on break because of summer.
Right.
Why is it important, though? A lot of people don't understand and don't know that the chorus actually has lost a lot of funding, state funding, this year because of it being a gay organization.
I-24! The theme was life-sized beach blanket bingo.
I called dibs on 069. Am I going to be happy?
Oh, you are always happy with 069, baby. That's my favorite number.
Outside, things were wet and sudsy. Hunters hosting a car wash for the cast and crew of AquaPlex after it became another casualty of Pride Holdings Group.
I know this all happens out of terrible circumstances, but what does it mean to see the community coming together for this and several other events?
It does nothing but warm my heart to know that a community as powerful and as strong as the LGBTQ plus community can come together and mind their own differences and come together and bring people together.
Super Queens Rihanna Patron and Velvet Lenore endorsing unity in tough times.
I'm just so grateful that the community is coming together because we need more of this. We need more of this. There's so much anger and so much drama in the world right now. This is what makes my heart warm. This is what we should be doing, pulling together, because if we don't pull together, how are we going to survive together as a team?
Okay, so I'll be back here at Hunters this Thursday for a full-on production show to benefit the Aqua Queens and staff. That will be, of course, hosted by my bestie, FayWhat. So, outside Hunters, along Wilton Drive and Wilton Manors, I'm John Hayden.
You know, I had so much fun on Saturday. There were
You had a full day.
I did. Both those events were really fun. I got to sing. Oh, see, more singing.
Oh, yeah.
Of me.
Lots of singing. Lots of singing. Poor
and
people.
that was
did you
fun,
wash
yeah.
one car? Did you help wash a car? I didn't see a rag in your hand. Nowhere in your reporting.
I was very moist.
Wow. Knowing Rihanna, she was like, I'm not letting this boy touch any of these cars and leave a streak or something.
I'm
you know?
absolutely I'm a hands-off type person.
Oh yeah, but it was 105 degrees at least out there on Saturday, and people went and like supported and did the damn thing.
And
How?
shout out to Hunters. for their bartenders and stuff coming out and like that's not in your job description.
Listen,
but you did it anyway. Thank you.
Yes, thank you to the bartenders and all that. Okay, but how about Bruce and Diego? I saw videos of them cleaning tires. I mean, Diego, you know you don't even clean your own car like that. I've seen your car, Poppy.
I mean, it was a lot to have two events going on at the exact same time, hosted both by hunters. I mean, wow.
There's nothing they can't do.
Incredible. Yeah. And I just want to echo one thing that Phoenix said. Yeah, we are losing money from the state because, of all of the DEI initiatives that have just been thrown out. So things like this for that and for the community, that people are not getting paid. These are such important things that we need to be investing in. And it's so wonderful. You're going to hear more of these type of events, throughout the fall too. So definitely check it out, in Wilton Manors. This is like a lot goes to charity.
Yeah.
And it's important for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you, John, for your reporting. And please make sure that you follow Greater Wilton Manors for everything that has to do with our community and our folks. All right. Brought to you by the one and only Mr. John Hayden.
I'm Edward Otto Zielke, and let's queer up travel. Booking.com's Travel Proud program hits 150,000 exclusive properties. Booking.com is expanding its Travel Proud initiative, aiming to make global travel safer and more welcoming for LGBTQ+ individuals. The program offers hotel and rental property staff-free inclusive hospitality training, which was developed alongside industry diversity experts. The initiative addresses industry research showing that over half of LGBTQ+ travelers have experienced discrimination or discomfort while traveling. Accommodation providers that complete the training earn a Travel Proud badge on their property page, making it easy for users to filter for certified welcoming stays. The network now includes more than 150,000 certified properties across 163 countries. In addition to staff training, Booking.com has updated its digital platform to remove mandatory gendered titles during booking and offer expanded profile options. Well, this reminds me when I used to work in hospitality and, marketing at the Grand Resort and Spa right here in Fort Lauderdale. And, we were so inclusive back then. I remember, like maybe about 10 years ago, we used to get like phone calls, from transgender people, like, are you welcoming somebody like me? Because we were an all-male spa resort. And, we had to, quickly identify and redefine ourselves as like, are we an all-welcoming establishment? And, we decided that to be, to do that and such. So we allowed people who identified as male to be on the property because it was nude. So, we were already starting to, see that there was a niche to this. But now that Booking.com has actually taken a platform and just solidified, good properties where we can go on vacation and feel safe, that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I just got back from traveling. You guys all know that, right? And I just got back from traveling through several countries, okay? And let me tell you that knowing you can walk into a hotel holding your wife's hand and not have to calculate whether you're safe matters. You know what I mean? For the most part, me and Teresa are just two girls in love, running through Europe. And that little badge solves a lot. It really just gives somebody a peace of mind,
It shows that, it's safe to be there.
Yes.
And it gives you some sort of dignity, as an LGBTQ+ travel all over the world. So, yeah.
That's progress. I'll take it, And Booking.com always has the hottest people as their spokesperson.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah. You
Booking
were on a cruise, right?
Yeah.
It was the Love Boat. Faye will be making another run.
Wow.
She will.
Every song. I'm ad-libbing a song for every story in this show.
Folks at home, so the Gay Men's Chorus has just opened their fall auditions, and you too can also audition if you would like John Hayden.
John Hayden at auditions.
If you don't audition, I'll be singing to you in the chorus, so there's your motivation.
That's not true. Gabe won't let that happen.
Hey everyone, I'm John Hayden, and let's queer up politics. Representative Seth Moulton apologizes for comments on trans athletes. Massachusetts Congressman and Senate hopeful Seth Moulton made a direct apology to the trans community during a debate against incumbent Senator Ed Markey. The apology addresses controversial remarks Moulton made after the 2024 presidential election when he argued that Democrats were losing swing voters by refusing to discuss restrictions on trans student athletes in women's sports. Those comments led to outrage from local and national LGBTQ+ civil rights organizations, as well as calls from within his own party to resign. During the debate, Senator Markey challenged Moulton's record, arguing he had thrown transgender youth under the bus simply to score political points. Moulton replied, quote, "To the trans community, feeling the weight and pain of the Trump administration policies, I deeply recognize your trauma, and I'm sorry if my comments hurt you." Moulton says his goal was to encourage honest political conversations within the Democratic Party rather than cause harm. And, well, two things. One, I don't have a song for this story. But also, when he says, "I'm sorry if my comments hurt you," I always take that as a sorry-ish apology.
Yeah.
It's a sorry excuse for an apology.
Yeah.
Because, like, I should just apologize. You should apologize for your words, not if someone was hurt, because the words are still bad, whether people felt it or not. Your
Which
words
they
were still,
did.
and which they did, but your words are still hurtful. So I'll see you back in Washington in January, Ed.
I believe people deserve room to learn, grow, and sometimes apologize, right? But an apology isn't the finish line. And when politicians use trans kids to test what might win them votes, real people pay the price. Real people die. Real people are hurt. So, Congressman, thank you for saying that you're sorry. Now show us that you've learned something and show us some actions. Do something.
Yeah.
I'm FayWhat, and let's queer up politics. DC LGBTQ advocates optimistic about expected Mayor Janeese Lewis-George. District of Columbia LGBTQ advocates are expressing strong optimism about expected incoming Mayor Janeese Lewis-George following her victory in the city's Democratic primary. Lewis-George secured 54% of the primary vote and is widely favored to win November's general election. Her platform includes several direct policy commitments for the district's LGBTQ population. Lewis-George has pledged to create an LGBTQ youth advisory council to directly shape city policy on education, housing, stability, and mental health services. She also plans to safeguard city funding for community healthcare partners, protect the mayor's Office of LGBTQ Affairs, and expand confidential healthcare access for youth. Additionally, Lewis-George advocates for strengthening DC's sanctuary city protections to support vulnerable, undocumented queer residents. These commitments earned her perfect ratings from the Gay and Lesbian Activist Alliance and endorsements from major advocacy groups. Local leaders say they will be watching closely to ensure these platform promises are reflected in her upcoming city budget. Now, this is what I want to hear from someone asking for our vote. This is what I want to hear. Don't just show up at Pride and show me the policy. Woohoo! Protect queer healthcare. Protect LGBTQ youth. Protect undocumented queer people and protect the organizations doing the work. Promises get you elected. Action gets you invited back to Pride. This is what I want to see.
Yeah. And she's going to be the mayor. I mean, I know we have to say, oh, the elections. If a Republican wins in DC, it's a bad night across the world for Democrats, right? So we can just assume she's going to be the next mayor. And I love that we're already seeing actions from her as a sort of. She's still got 5 months till she actually takes office. But that said, she's reminding me a lot of these initiatives are like Mamdani in New York, who's been in for about 7 months now. So I'm going to call it the Mamdani effect, and she is coming in with policies that speak to our community and actually respond to our community.
Yeah, and you reference Mamdani, is that if that is the point of reference, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Yeah. What he has done in the last couple of months has just been mind-blowing. What he said he was going to do, he's doing. Right? Having the LGBTQ office there, appointing folks who are LGBTQ plus to certain roles, right, in his cabinet. I mean, he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. I mean, to the point where, have you ever gone to the self-checkout and checked out your own food and said, this isn't my job. Why am I doing this? Well, guess what? He wants to pass a law in New York where if you do self-checkout, you get 10% off. Okay? Wow. This is new thinking. Yeah. But not new thinking. You know what I mean? He is just talking the talk and then implementing this into action. And I hope that she does the same. And I have a feeling she will. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's also focusing also on like undocumented, people that are here in this country too, because I think that sometimes always gets a little bit overlooked, especially when we're talking about LGBTQ plus people.
Yeah.
So, that automatically, signals me, she's a good forward innovative thinker.
Yeah, because those two things can be true at the same time.
Yes.
You being LGBTQ and being undocumented.
Right.
So very good point. LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up justice. NYPD probing violent homophobic attack in Manhattan. On July 31st, 2 men aged 31 and 37 were assaulted in Midtown Manhattan, one going to the hospital. According to law enforcement, 2 men approached the victims, shouted effing faggots, and then kicked and punched them. The NYPD's Hate Crimes Task Force is leading the investigation. Detectives are reviewing neighborhood surveillance footage and asking anyone with information about the incident or the suspects to come forward immediately. LGBTQ plus hate crimes are happening at an alarming rate, and it's scary times. And we really have to be just aware of our safety, be aware of who's around you, what's around you, buddy system, the whole entire thing. This makes me sad, and I really hope that they find the people who did this.
Yeah, when you think about New York, you're thinking like, I would be very safe here with my friend going out, and it could happen there too.
Yeah.
So you have to be very diligent and be looking over your shoulder.
We get comfortable sometimes, and sometimes you really can't, even at home.
Absolutely. LGBTQ plus 1 Minute News. Let's queer up the worldview. Moscow police detain political candidate for wearing rainbow shirt. They're charging him under Russia's sweeping laws targeting public displays of LGBTQ plus symbols. A self-defined femboy was arrested for wearing a rainbow patterned shirt. Daniil Neonov is campaigning for a local council seat, following the Russian Supreme Court's 2023 decision to designate the non-existent international LGBTQ movement as an extremist organization. Russia is increasingly targeting individuals for wearing everyday items featuring a rainbow motif. Human rights organization and independent Russian media outlets have documented a surge in administrative fines and detentions for items ranging from rainbow earrings and badges to social media uploads. Russia's vague legal definitions allow authorities to criminalize virtually any visible expression of queer identity or gender nonconformity. It takes a lot of bravery to do what this person did. Just takes a lot of bravery. I mean, Putin has arrested and murdered political opponents. So for this kid to do it and still go to court, and we saw a video of him there with his head still high, makes me proud. We're all thinking of you. I wish there was more we could do.
Oh my goodness, it's just sad, think about it. He's wearing a rainbow shirt, something that we wear to Pride, something that we wear to do the news sometimes, And that kid, like you said, he's braver than he knows, and we should be sending good vibes his way, because it's like the next time somebody tells you visibility doesn't matter, remember that there's a queer kid in Russia that's doing more than you. You know what I mean?
And we're pretty dangerously getting there close too. Look at our state, getting rid of all the rainbow, crosswalks and everything too. So, you have to really take a look at a country like this and say, this could possibly happen to us.
We don't own the rainbow, Edward.
No, nobody does. And did you see a shirt that said love a bunch of times? Love. Maybe it was with the rainbow, but really, come on. That's what they were arrested for.
I thought Skittles owned the rainbow. Our nonprofit mission is to support the 11 pillars of our community. We want to inform and educate the key issues of lesbian, trans, Latino, Black, healthcare, seniors, faith, social justice, business, and of course, my favorite, queer culture. Help us support our diverse community. We are part of the largest LGBTQ plus nonprofit media company in America. Hotspots happening out South Florida.
This year, our magazine is celebrating 41 years of the LGBTQ experience. And Queer News Tonight is celebrating our 5th anniversary with more than 16,000 LGBTQ plus stories. We present South Florida's major LGBTQ events, including Pride Fort Lauderdale, Stonewall Pride, and Pride Fete. Our magazine, events, television news, talk, and entertainment shows support our mission to educate the LGBTQ and broader community.
This year, more than 100 community leaders will sit at this very table and share their voice as our anchor. as our anchors, Together, we host this show to support the LGBTQ plus community. Let's meet this evening's anchors at Queer News Tonight. Let's welcome my bestie, anchor John Hayden. I missed his face. I really did. A journalist for 31 years, he now focuses on hyper-local reporting covering LGBTQ plus issues, covering Wilton Manors, Lauderdale by the Sea, Fort Lauderdale, and Oakland Park. You can see all his reports at Greater Wilton Manors on YouTube and on Facebook. So, John, there's a benefit coming up, but there's a lot more to it. What's happening out?
Well, there are 2 shows at the Foundry Theater on Wednesday, August 12th at 7, the other at 9. The show will be fantastic, but the real story is why it's necessary in the first place.
Darren here. I am super excited to announce that next Wednesday the 12th at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m., I will be hosting a show.
Matthew Darren promoting a benefit show at the Foundry on August 12th, all to help pay the cast and crew from a show in June.
This intimate evening is a benefit concert for the artists who have yet to receive their payment for a June 6th gig with Black to Broadway. Unfortunately, there were some bad actors involved, but we're making sure that our community is taken care of.
When Black to Broadway went down in June, it was an unqualified success. Special guest star Jennifer Holliday saying, "And I am telling you, the crowd was in love and the community was served."
Of the city of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, do hereby proclaim June 6th, 2026 as Black to Broadway Day in the city of Fort Lauderdale.
The trouble came after, when performers, tech, and vendors didn't get paid. Many looked to co-producer Terry Dyer, with Lenora J. saying money from the event went to Dyer's consulting firms and or businesses account. Dyer posted that the loss of last-minute sponsors is to blame, and that Jay and co-producer Antonio Edwards are also responsible. Jay hints that legal action is being explored. But for now, Darren hopes the show will fill the financial gaps.
We are trying to raise enough funds to make sure that everybody is made whole, and just showing love and support to our artistic community.
Yeah, so the show is for the artists. It's sad that we have to have this event, but it's definitely worth your time and definitely worth your money. It's Matthew Darren's show, but I guess some guest artists are also going to come in and perform. So let's look at the bright side. Let's call it a bonus show because we get to see our excellent talent on display twice, 7 and 9. I think there are a couple seats left for the 7 and a few more for the 9 o'clock. So
you know how wonderful it is that our community stands together and does, things like this, that it's like, okay, hey, this is going on. We're going to get together and make sure that these folks are paid for their time, for their talent, for their treasure that they so freely shared with all of us. I mean, this was an incredible event. Jennifer Holliday, John, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Like, I hope she doesn't find out, right? Like,
I hope not either.
And it's worth paying attention. Jennifer was paid. She's not one of the artists that needs to get made whole in this. She was taken care of. It's the local ones that we don't see.
Yeah, but these are the local ones that are our local ones.
Yeah.
These are our people. These are the ones that do our events. You know what I mean? Like, come on, this is a lot of us people who depends on our gigs, we live like our paycheck to paycheck kind of deal. We count on this money to come in and fill our fridge. You know what I mean? I mean, anybody who takes $1 away from Lenora J will have me to deal with.
And it's great to see that Matthew is taking responsibility from his end and just trying to, raise some money for some of these people that have not gotten paid. So, it speaks well of our community. We do rally around one another, but, you're seeing a lot of this, starting to happen, and it concerns me somewhat, and sort of that our artists need to get paid more than anything. So when you have a sponsor come in, you got to make sure that you're getting those dollars.
Yes.
You're getting that help right away before you even have the event. So it really is. It's a terrible situation.
I'm sort of disappointed that Jennifer is one of the people that have been paid? Because I would like to see her come back, knock on the person's door, and say, "I am telling you, I am not going." No.
That would make me open up my wallet.
It's true. Well, Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you all at the For the Artist on Wednesday at the Foundry in Wilton Manors. Let's welcome my friend anchor, Edward Otto Zielke. You know him, you love his hair, right? Doesn't he have great hair?
Don't I?
Yeah, I adore him. He's an accomplished brand influencer and marketing leader with a dynamic background in financial services and travel marketing. Edward currently serves as the Director of Marketing and Sponsorship for the world famous Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida. You know them, GMCSF, baby. He also serves on the Gala Chorus's Communications Committee. Edward, I'm so excited that it's time again. You know what it's time for. It's time for auditions. Yes, Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida has announced season 17 auditions are coming up. Tell us what's happening now.
That's right. We're back again. Season 17's theme is Believe, and we want you to believe your voice belongs here with us. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, August 25th and September 1st. Both nights run from 7 to 10 p.m. All are happening at Sunshine Cathedral. You don't have to identify as gay, bisexual, or male. We welcome all gender identity and expressions. The chorus welcomes all lower vocal registers, tenor 1, 2, baritone, and bass. And for the tryouts, you'll get to sing a selection of Over the Rainbow, which I think just about everybody knows, with a music track that will be sent to you prior for the audition so that you can practice. If you've been waiting for a sign to join a chorus that bridges generations and affirms every identity, this is it. So register at gmcsf.org/auditions. Yeah, I know. Here we are once again on season 17. We got a great lineup coming up. You know, we got a wonderful holiday concert that's coming up at Sunshine Cathedral. 4 performances of that.
Wow.
So yeah, you know, it's going to be a good commitment, you know, for people that want to come and audition for us. And, you know, and we're such a welcoming bunch, you know, I said, it's so great to see. I know for a fact we've got four people identify as women that are lesbian too.
Yes.
And oh no, one of them is straight. And you know, it's just so wonderful to see like many different types of. We've had trans people in there too. It's such a beautiful mosaic type of thing when you watch them from the stage. It's so wonderful.
Well, and it's so wonderful, like for me and John, to watch you folks, right? When you are practicing, when you're organizing, when you're putting things together, we see the passion and the love that you put into everything, you know? And now here's the problem with having such an incredibly successful season 16 is that now 17 has to be better.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's crazy because you had the best gala of the year. You've had some of the best sing-alongs, GMCSF concerts, etc. You know, and you've got to be better than last year, Edward. How is that even possible?
Well, you think about like when we did our ABBA concert, it was kind of like, you know, how are we going to top that? But you know, we think we came up with it. You know, our spring concert is going to be a tribute to Cher. So I think we're going to be singing all of the wonderful Cher.
They don't get no better.
And then, of course, in Pride, we're bringing back Disney Pride in concert.
Oh,
so,
I can't wait. That's awesome.
That's going to be wonderful.
Who decides? Like, who do you have? Like, is it Gabe? Is it you? Who decides who gets in?
Yeah, so Gabe is the ultimate person who does decide, but he does have an artistic planning team that he advises, you know, that we work with throughout the year, and we talk about next season and stuff, and thinking about like what we want to do. So yeah, it's a group of about 10 people that kind of see like, you know, what's trending and what would work well, especially if there's a message that we want to say. So
birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why
oh my God. Okay. My ears can't take it.
Gabe, that's for you.
Woo! Gabe, I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Gabe, I didn't encourage this at all.
Yeah. At all. And so folks at
home. But you should go and audition.
No, he shouldn't.
No, I want him to.
No, please don't waste this team's time.
I'm not saying they'll accept him. I just
Wow. Can you imagine? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at season 17 auditions, where John Hayden will not be of Gay Men's Chorus in South Florida. All right.
And as we've already established, she's back. I, of course, am talking about my good friend and tonight's lead anchor, FayWhat. She is a legendary events host, television and radio personality, the host of Hotspots Happening Out's The FayWhat Show. You are back, as we said, and you are diving right back into things. You are hosting a benefit this Thursday. I'm excited, and I'm not the only one.
Oh, I love Miss Faye. FayWhat?
And you're okay with Faye hosting this Thursday?
Oh, God, I love FayWhat. That's my sister from another mother, honey.
All right, Faye, we need to see you.
See you.
Riri and Velvet, I'm coming for you. Oh, I love them. They are family. They mean so much to me. And that's another reason why this event and this fundraiser is so important. So get ready to turn up the love and turn out the glam for AquaPlex staff on Thursday, August 13th. That's this Thursday from 7 p.m. on at Hunter's Nightclub in Moulton Manor. So for nearly 2 decades, the legendary crew behind Lips and AquaPlex had been the absolute beating heart of the drag dining, folks in South Florida. They've poured the drinks, they've served the looks, and hyped up every single one of our birthdays, wild bachelorette parties, some spicy divorce celebrations with unmatched energy and endless laughs. Now, following sudden job loss at AquaPlex, it's our turn to throw on our glitter, step into the spotlight, and show this incredible family some serious community love, all right? And that's what we're going to do. It's hosted by Flockfest Events. Thank you, Flockfest Events, for doing the damn thing. Thank you to Hunter's Nightclub for just being our community center for everything that we need. This blowout evening promises an electric lineup with live singers, high-octane dancers, and of course, jaw-dropping drag royalty tearing up the stage. General admission is just $20, okay? Or you can grab a table for your whole crew. Best of all, donations go directly to supporting the former AquaPlex team through this difficult transition. Rally your friends, bring your loudest cheer, and snag your tickets now at flockfestevents.org, okay? We've been talking about this event for a couple of weeks. Yep. When this all went down a couple of weeks ago, right? The community came to rally around these people that we call family. We have celebrated incredible events at AquaPlex. We have had incredible nonprofit events at AquaPlex. Many pageants, many celebrations, right? And what happened there sucks, okay? And we're not going to get into all of that. We've delved into it, and we're going to continue to find answers and get answers for what's happened there at AquaPlex, right? Because we're not going to forget about that part. But we also are not going to forget about the folks who poured those drinks, who danced across those stages, who made us smile, who made our hearts warm and made us want to come back to AquaPlex. They're the ones affected. Yep. They're the ones that were told one day to another, you have no paycheck and you don't have a job. Yep. And that is why Kevin and all the folks at Flockfest started this fundraiser. And that's what we're doing on Thursday. And we're doing it big. I mean, there are some amazing silent auction items. Yeah. We love a Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And they have donated a huge Bora Bora package, which what the Bora Bora package is. That's when you get to have like your own little poolside area with food and drink. There's a TV in there. There's a bathroom in there, okay? And that's just one of the many things that they are raffling off, and also silent auctioning that has already, I think, opened already. So go check it out for yourself and get your tickets today. Yeah.
We always say, we always appeal to people, please buy tickets early. These things don't just happen. But Flockfest makes it look like they do. Like this all just came together, like you said, in the last couple of weeks. And Kevin and Steven and that whole team over there, they look like they just kind of I Dream of Jeannie did. And now we have a great thing. But the list of silent auction items is long. I was like, how did you get all this pulled together? But it's our community. Yeah. And that gives me hope.
Well, and Kevin says that everybody who he asked, every single person that he said, hey, we're doing this for the folks over at AquaPlex, every single one, then, okay, what can I do? Because what I mean? What can I do?
Right, because our community knows how serious this is. I mean, these are two of our big drag bars in the area that are now all of a sudden no longer, operating. And that puts a lot of people out of work, especially here in Florida, who call ourselves homes, all of the drag queens. So yeah, it's limiting, resources. It's terrible. So I'm so grateful for Flockfest and Hunters and Seminole, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, to that always step up for our community. It's just so important. More businesses need to do more.
And I think about Velvet, and I think about the rest of the girls. I think about Rihanna. I think about them, that they are the first ones to say, okay, if there's some kind of benefit or something going on, they're the first ones to say, how can I help? Yeah. So I mean, how can you not want to help folks like this that are so giving? This is community. This is what it's all about. See you guys on Thursday.
Yep. Well, Queer News Tonight does look forward to seeing you Thursday at Hunters for a Night of Solidarity benefit show for the AquaPlex staff.
These are today's headlines from Queer News Tonight, and our anchors represent the best of our LGBTQ family.
If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Don't forget to join the conversation on your favorite streaming platform. Queer News Tonight is the only live LGBTQ+ digital show on Earth that is out of the closet and into the headlines. We need your support.
If our community is to grow and then thrive, we must tell our stories and bring them to the attention of the broader world. This is the only place in the world that tells these type of LGBTQ stories in motion and sound. That is the passion of Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, and Queer News Tonight.
I'm your lead anchor, FayWhat! And our thoughts are with anybody affected by the Columbia earthquake that happened this morning. And I want to thank you for joining us on behalf of my fellow LGBTQ anchors here at Queer News Tonight, including John Hayden. Oh, you're not going to sing now? No song for me now? No?
Not when we're honoring the people of Columbia in an earthquake.
Oh, okay. All right. So no singing. Okay, good. Something shut you up. And Edward Otto Zielke. We will see you daily at 8 p.m. to our LGBTQ+ world. We wish you a good night.
Good night.